Welcome to Vermont's Champlain Islands. We're here to honor the French explorer Samuel de Champlain, who landed on this very spot 400 years ago.
And Vermont is marking the occasion with a year-long celebration, the Quadricentennial. And we're marking it with an exploration of our own.
But we're doing the 2009 version. Unlike Samuel, who had to kill, skin, and cook his lunch, our first stop is to the general store for provisions.
So let's hop in the car and make our way to Heroes Welcome General Store. Bob Camp is the owner.
Bob, this is not your average general store. Describe this store.
The best description was a compliment from two ladies that found it buried in the store many years ago, one saying to the other, "This is the coolest freaking gas station I've ever seen." And it is, of course, a gas station, but it's many more things. It's a proper general store. All the basic needs of life are here. Yeah. But we go to the end of the earth to find shocking items, funny items, unusual, weird stuff.
You're a big history buff. What do you think was Samuel de Champlain's biggest achievement?
He sailed the North Atlantic at a time when the odds of dying in that crossing once were 1 in 3. He made 27 successful crossings of the ocean, never lost a ship.
Your sandwich board is incredible. You have Obama to Thomas Jefferson and now a Samuel de Champlain. Where does this come from?
You know, I again just love to tell stories. I love history, and there's so much history on Lake Champlain, deep history, that I started naming sandwiches after people that had made a difference in some way around or on the lake.
What do you think Sammy would recommend to drink on our canoe trip?
Well, of course, the French loved wine, and he was French.
To find our wine, we decided to bike to Snow Farm Vineyard and talk with proprietor Harrison Leibowitz.
Yeah, we just finished the spring pruning, and so you know, that's why it's kind of looking barren right now. But if you look closely, you'll see that the buds are starting to break.
So Harrison, I know that making wine is a passion for you, but why here? Why Vermont?
Well, I guess because there was the challenge of starting something new agriculturally in Vermont. Also, you know, what did we have to lose in starting the first vineyard in Vermont? You know, only our house and cars, and you know, all the money we laid aside for our kids. Did the research from '92 to '95 and found there was absolutely no reason you couldn't start a vineyard in Vermont.
And what are the biggest challenges of having a vineyard in Vermont?
The skepticism, like, why not wine in Vermont? You know, people just think of it, you know, outside of Vermont. Well, outside of Vermont, people think Vermont's the capital of New Hampshire. So you know, just getting people to get past the idea that, you know, just because it hadn't been traditional, you can do it.
Is it more about the grapes in the vineyard, or is it the process that happens in the winery after?
And again, I don't want it to sound like this you know, snobby term, but it's something called terroir, which is sort of the totality of everything. And that's why you can have a vineyard right next to another vineyard, and the grapes and the wines will taste completely different.
Doug and I are headed out on the lake for a little paddle, but it actually looks a little choppy out there today. Any recommendations for an adventurous canoe ride? Yeah,
I would take a case of wine in case you can't make it back over and the wind's going the wrong direction. Now, I would go with the Snow White. A Snow White is a wine that we produce that's an off-dry white. It's going to be nice and refreshing on a day like today.
Sounds perfect. Thank you. Can
Sure.
hardly wait.
Thanks for joining us on our exploration of the islands.
Cheers to Samuel de Champlain and all the courageous adventurers. We hope this will inspire you to get out and do some exploring of your own.
For more information on the Quadricentennial celebrations, go to champlain400.com.